It doesn't happen all at once, and that's why most people don't realize it's happening at all. Your dog doesn't suddenly stop seeing you as the leader, they slowly stop relying on you. At first, everything looks normal on the surface. But underneath, their decision-making has already started to shift. The change begins in moments that feel too small to matter, like a pause before responding or a glance away before following through. These are easy to ignore because your dog still listens most of the time. But those small moments are not random. They are the earliest signs that your dog is starting to think for themselves instead of looking to you first. Sign number 1 is hesitation before action, especially in situations where your dog used to respond instantly. You give a command, and instead of immediate movement, there is a brief delay. That delay is not confusion, it's evaluation. Your dog is deciding whether your direction matters in that moment. That evaluation only happens when your signal is no longer automatic. Before, your dog didn't need to think, they just followed. Now they compare your command to everything else around them. And comparison always slows response. Sign number 2 is selective listening, where your dog responds quickly in some situations but ignores you in others. Inside the house, everything works fine. But outside, or with distractions, the response weakens. This isn't about environment, it's about priority. Your dog is showing you that your signal is no longer the strongest one in every situation. Something else has taken that position. And once priority shifts, leadership weakens. Sign number 3 is breaking position without checking back with you. Your dog moves ahead, drifts away, or changes direction without looking to you first. This is a clear behavioral shift. Because dogs that rely on their owner naturally check in before acting. When that check-in disappears, it means your dog is no longer referencing you as the primary guide. They are operating independently. Not out of defiance, but out of learned habit. Sign number 4 is delayed response to repeated commands, especially when you have to say the same thing more than once. The first command gets ignored, and the second or third finally works. This is not a hearing issue. It's a timing issue that has been learned over time. Your dog has understood that the first command is not the real one. They wait, because waiting has worked before. And once waiting becomes part of the pattern, immediate response disappears. Sign number 5 is attention shifting away from you in key moments. You call your dog, and instead of locking onto you, they scan the environment first. That shift in attention is critical. Because attention is the foundation of leadership. If your dog is not looking to you first, they are not prioritizing you first. And priority is what determines influence. Without it, commands lose their impact. Now here's what most people misunderstand about these signs. They don't mean your dog has become stubborn or difficult. They mean your dog has adapted to a system where your signals are no longer consistent enough to follow automatically. Dogs don't reject leadership, they adjust to clarity. When clarity drops, they rely more on themselves. And that's exactly what you're seeing in these behaviors. At this point, many owners try to correct the behavior directly. They focus on getting the dog to listen in the moment. But this doesn't address the cause. It only reacts to the result. Because the real issue is not the behavior, it's the shift that happened before the behavior appeared. The hesitation. The delay. The loss of priority. If you only focus on the visible signs, you miss the underlying pattern. And that pattern is what controls everything. Not the moment, but the system behind it. The important thing to understand is that leadership, in a dog's mind, is not about dominance. It's about reliability. Your dog follows what is consistent, predictable, and clear. When those elements are present, response becomes automatic again. Not forced, not corrected, automatic. Because the system makes sense to the dog. And when the system makes sense, something shifts back. Your dog stops evaluating every command. They stop comparing. They stop delaying. Instead, they respond the way they used to, without hesitation. Without conflict. Without needing to think about it.